is accounted for. Let's move out.
I await your instruction.
Count me in!
A pleasure to be working with you.
All right, let's head off.
I can do it! No, I can't. I can do it! No, it's fine! I can definitely do it! Alright.
It's locked?
There's no one here.
Lucian! Lucian!
That's Sylvain's voice! Hurry, let's check next door!
Lucian! Lucian! Come on! Wake up! Emily, Emily, my brother, he's gonna be okay, right? He's just unconscious.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sylvain.
No, that's not...
Traveler, Kale, Mr. Sylvain has gone. He needs some space to...
Of course. Leave it to me.
Thank you both. Mr. Sylvain? We'll take things from here. Just focus on getting some rest. Here, this way.
Poor guy. He may have made some bad decisions.
Good person or bad, the death of a loved one is equally painful. All the moments he shared with his brother.
If Kyria really was...
Lucian can no longer speak, but the traces left behind. Traveler, I've got
Who would have thought? Yesterday's case is Miss Emily.
Oh, I'm not I did.
Then...
Of course, I
We'll help. And the window...
like we've investigated as much as we can. Let's go report back to Emily and Chiam.
So, did you find anything?
Paimon can show you. Here, it'd be something like this.
But
No, his
then,
I agree.
Mr. Sylvain,
After Kyria attacked Edgar, we returned to our rooms and decided to lock all the doors. The only door, but I didn't hear any sort of commotion last night. Not a single noise.
so, no movement from the room next door. No signs of a struggle.
I did notice a few things about the body. Lucien's pupil, there weren't any traces of liquid in his mouth or nose, so
A goose? No, that's not possible. Emily, you ran your test.
no.
That may be true.
Master!
Edgar?
Sylvain, no matter how hard,
Edgar!
even if we could, no, he would never get. That's Vijava. Yelena wasn't a scholar from Sumeru.
The Fatui.
Ah, so you've already detected it.
Oh,
The August flower.
A delusion?
The Fatui, delusions. I never would have thought a goose was hiding this many.
Born of a delusion. August.
that's enough, Edgar. At first, Yelena, I didn't have any.
So you decided.
It may be true there are no records, but even if no one was acute, that explains the Fatui.
A goose.
So there's
What about you?
I'll admit, we thought about it at one point. We took care, but before we could even.
But if we're. Yeah, she.
I thought about everything she. One of them, after arrival,
So.
if her true, the goose, so
So the
most. That's why look.
I don't think he knew his. Yelena.
Then all we'll need to do is tell Kira. I'm not so sure. Even if he knew the truth, it's hard to put.
Very true.
Edgar,
Think about if we hadn't.
we were just trying. Lucian's.
3 people. Well, we can only wait until the academia.
The hotel could, although with.
Mr. Edgar, are you saying?
If Sylvain is to stand trial, I'd just like to take. As for Sylvain, would you be willing to grant that?
Well, the man we grew to know.
You have my thanks, Sheriff.
happened tonight?
Yeah, all we know is that he uses a goose to poison people, but we still have no idea if he targets.
That may be true, but what if we...
Master, no.
If Kyria, in other words,
Capture?
afraid? I'm spending the rest of my...
I'll admit, then I'll station some of my men around the hotel.
I still have some reservations.
I'll also keep.
Although, if Kyria... No...
You mean if he doesn't see a way to get his hands on the tube.
If that were to happen,
That's why everyone else needs to keep to the shadows.
You're still recovering. You need to rest.
all right.
Have you heard? Mr. Edgar's been detained. He's being taken.
What?
He taught my child how to make perfume.
He hasn't been convicted.
Oh, everyone, let's head back to the hotel and take a break. Emily!
Thank you, Kale. But first, here. I prepared a kind of herbal tea that helps calm the spirit. Why don't you...
Oh,
Oh, you seem...
oh, Hey, Emily, Kale. Oh, are we... No, not at all. This will be easier to talk. There was just a... When I accompanied... Maybe Kiria did that on purpose. Maybe he wanted Sylvain to... So did he...
Based on what we...
Losing his sister, whenever I get to thinking like... I'm sorry.
There's nothing in all my... Some of them surround you. So while do Sylvain answering the... I've witnessed, but generally...
Once you're consumed...
You're right, but... I understand...
Huh.
Emily, Traveler. Huh? Edgar, you're here too?
Oh, it's you two! Didn't you head back to your room to rest, Edgar? Is it really
Besides, I don't have much time left in Sumeru.
We could do that for you, Master.
No need. I would imagine Sheriff...
the Night Watch?
That's right. I've stationed some of my... Exactly. After some discussion, we concluded that Sylvain and Emily's expertise is sure to come in handy in...
Sounds perfect.
Not a peep. Has Kiria given up on his revenge? Still nothing unusual. Paimon took a peek into the room next door and Sylvain's already sleeping.
Perhaps No, that can't be right. There must be something...
Maybe we just need to calm down here, right? Maybe we can look for a different distraction then, like... Oh, there's a glaze lily here. Paimon didn't notice it earlier.
Flowers... Oh no! Sylvain's room! Quick!
Wait, what?
Hey,
It was the old...
Yeah, I think his name was Sylvain.
First it was Mr. Edgar, then that merchant.
Listen up, everyone. This is an act of crime.
It's been 3...
do you think it could be the work of an... I mean, how do you...
Keep it moving, everyone. No...
I suppose
You don't know that.
you were...
Even if I wasn't there.
Is that... I have but Kiria. It really...
If you really want an answer, I suppose you'll have to ask Kiria himself. Once...
Emily, but so many flowers were transported. Whether I know.
Of course,
Really, now I...
Sheriff Sham...
Go ahead. Best not to keep him waiting. He can...
sorry, Master.
Another all-nighter. Emily still isn't back. Yeah, that's...
Traveler, I had my men start spreading the information you requested. After listening, to be honest, I'm...
The key clue was right in front of us. Let's go. We'll show you where the culprit hid. Wasn't this incense originally in Lucian's room? It must have been moved here before nightfall yet. Another all night. Emily still isn't back. I hope she didn't. Yeah, that's...
Traveler, I had my men start spreading the information you requested. The crowd is gone now too, but after listening to be honest, I'm still not sure how the crime was committed that night.
The key clue was right in front of us. Let's go. We'll show you where the culprit hid a goose. This is it!
The glazed lily, huh? I think I've heard of it before.
Well, did you know it only blooms at night?
Emily, you're back!
Exactly as expected.
A flower that only...
Exactly. Oh, that's why Kyria...
If applied to the outside, you would still be able to smell a goop. That doesn't... If applied to the There's a... If you stick the petals together with slime...
That's right. That way, however...
And Kyria could...
By the next morning, the
Wait a second. And how did Ed...
That's because a goose is just...
Ah, that can't be right.
I wouldn't use... You can think of it...
The insect... In Sumeru...
All chemically produced essential oil...
That stuff gave us a lot of trouble when we... yes.
In Sumeru, it's...
Flowers are...
Actually, it's not...
No wonder he probably... But in the end...
There's a saying, but up until that... But because he's been disguised as some...
Creating it all... Kyria and Edgar... The more I spent, it all points to one... That doesn't... Creating it all... That doesn't... The more I spent, it all point...
But... Kyria was only in his... Edgar's lived...
Bad news, Sheriff! Mr. Edgar was attacked!
What?
A dark shadow-like figure just... But before we could even react, do you think Kyria...
I need you to think...
It would seem Master decided to tap into...
What? But that's so...
But...
No. If his aim was to target...
If he lives so...
Then...
The shadow-like figure ran in the direction of the elevator, and my partner immediately chased after them.
We should hurry before they're forced to confront each other.
Where in the world did he go? mansions nearby.
A ghost!
It's all right. Please, calm down and take a deep breath. Okay.
How could...
It's all right. I can... It's this way. Please, follow me. Take flight!
Rest and rebuild. Billowing
Whirling snow! Kamisato art! Sometsu!
Japan! Get back!
My apologies!
Hold the line.
The wind knows me.
Today is a lucky day.
The scent is getting stronger. This must be the place.
Time to broaden the horizons again.
Who ate a poisonous mushroom this time?
Gonna be epic!
What's our objective?
Oh! O's! Are you alright? Were you attacked?
No.
Let me take a look.
The air definitely feels heavy. It smells nice, but for some reason, it's hard to... This feeling, I've encountered it before.
Everything looks all right. It was probably...
I can't rest. Mr. Ed, he's a good man.
O's, you need to...
But how is that possible? Mr. Edgar is 70-something. Changing your...
That's precisely why he had to resort. Kyria used...
No.
And what if the impersonation started before? I've yet to confirm it, but I suspect Kyria killed the real Edgar while Edgar was incarcerated. Curious, the new Edgar then decided to relocate to Sumeru, seemingly out of an innocuous and Sumeru. As the years went by, he removed his disguise.
That explains he aged himself.
I need to find Mr. Edgar. He's not...
What you really...
No,
Wait! This environment is likely being influenced by the delusion. Any discomfort, I know how to I'm sure Kira...
Kale's right. The Traveler and I will take things from here. This leads me to believe those blessed with a vision... Actually, no, I hate...
Thanks. Hear that? We're heading out. There's work to...
Traveler, Emily, for someone whose only purpose in...
Don't worry. This isn't the end. Not for us. We're not going to let a goose kill anyone else. It's time... Would you mind coming with me to buy a copy of today's newspaper? Many ladies in the court of Fontaine like to spray their perfume onto it. delicate lace fan, allowing them to generate a pleasant fragrance with each flick of the wrist. It's quite an ingenious method. Monsters. Perhaps they were attracted here by the increased level of elemental energy.
Boys, here, let's nip.
Everyone hold hands.
I've never seen these seeds before. They must also have been created with the power of a delusion. It seems to be avoiding us, and there's no other way forward. Perhaps we could try luring it to the edge of the cliff.
Yeah. Keep up.
Whoa, look at all the Agus. There are so many of them.
I fear that statement is truer than you know, Paimon.
But what? He only needed.
Perhaps hatred wasn't not long ago. He told me he didn't want, but Kyria betrayed Snezhnaya, abandoned Fontaine, and lived his entire for someone with nowhere to call home.
Flirted disc. And shroud.
Just leave her alone.
I'll uproot you.
Neutralize! A little ambiance!
Time for retribution.
The Temple of Wisdom.
A plant that destroys seeds. Huh. Quite the ecological marvel. Let's head back to the place where the seeds first appeared. The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end. The scent of flowers.
Did they catch up that fast? No. My strength is just waning. But it doesn't matter. This is far enough.
This is a garden of Auguste flowers. But it's not mine. It's the one that was set on fire all those years ago in Fontaine. Yelena? Yelena! You tried to hide it from me, but the reason why you continued to use the delusion, the reason why you set your garden, I shouldn't have listened to you that day. I shouldn't have taken the Mora and ran. But by the time I realized something wasn't right, there was nothing left. I know I'm almost 20 years too late. I should have died with you that day. Yelena? Yelena! No! Don't leave me! Yelena!
I'm alive. No.
That was an illusion.
No. The amount of Auguste I drank, it should have been enough. A fake, but...
We started making the prep to create a perfect accord. The accord is the basis of perfume making, the product in its most primitive
form. Ambergris mixed with cedar wood, rounded out with a base note of agar wood.
This is the scent of leather?
Exactly. We're unable to extract essential oils from leather, but by combining other raw materials, we can recreate its essence. That is the purpose of an accord.
Does that mean you can recreate any scent in the whole world?
I'm afraid not. Certain fragrances in this world are simply one of a kind. That quality is what draws people in and fuels their obsessions.
If I wear a goose to the ball, I'll also be one of a kind.
Our competitor already got their hands on it.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. I have to buy something better.
This fragrance will be one of a kind, no more. Myths can be deconstructed. Miracles can be recreated. All it takes is skill, experience, limitless exploration, and a little patience. The only thing left is determining knowing where the real Auguste is hidden. Pretending to be attacked means he's not free to move around. Auguste must be hidden within reach.
Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
The curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar capable of retaining heat and moisture.
Perfumes are as beautiful as flowers, and equally as delicate. When stored, you must take care to control the temperature and keep them away from direct sunlight. Did you get all that, Emily?
I got it.
Did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
So, Sylvain is dead. Is that right?
Yes, Master.
So, you switched the bottles of Auguste, and then lied to me about Sylvain's death.
Convincing you that your revenge had been completed was the easiest way to get you to let down your guard.
Impossible. If Auguste was so...
It was a combination, but recently,
Rainbow?
Auguste was perfumery techniques are advanced. The mythos surrounding Auguste may have been untouchable almost 20 years ago.
The past.
You've been working as a perfumer for all these years. You should have always, but the meaning you assigned to Auguste became so inflated. You believed in its divinity and grandeur. You believed it was entirely one of a kind. You're upset.
We just didn't expect it to happen.
Well, so, since you've been... That means the new...
Yes. If we hadn't, you might have resorted to the delusion out of desperation or continued to use your Spirit Borneal and Auguste combination to wreak havoc.
Who knows?
I know if you had things all the crimes he...
Is that so?
Whoa, he accepted that kind of fast.
I don't feel the need to I did.
Careful, everyone.
Stick close.
Looks like
Of course, Master.
the combination.
The scent of Auguste, so...
You're saying
Rainbow roses, but if you...
Rainbow Road, Yelena.
Did you know? Miss Emily's releasing a... Right, I heard about that. I think it's called...
Seems like everyone in Fontaine is talking about the new perfume you're releasing.
I was hoping to release it without such a fuss, but I just hope it won't become the source of some new myth. I did, although I made a few modifications to the formula to make the scent more pleasant and long-lasting. I was hoping you could try out the fragrance before I officially release it and tell me your thoughts.
Of course! A good sense of taste and sense of smell go hand in...
It's alright. All feedback is worth considering. Besides, when it comes to perfume, commenting on whether it...
Right! Do those flowers have some special meaning? Hearing their...
if I had to...
A language of flowers? Oh!
What each flower is said to... After returning to Fontaine, I did some research. And it turns out the meanings of those... Perhaps that's the legacy Yelena always intended.
Do you think Kiria knew about that?
I paid him a visit before his who knows? Maybe she didn't mean anything by it at all. That Yelena is gone. We'll never know what she was thinking. We can look for meaning all we want, but it'll never be anything but conjecture. Even if that is what she avenging her death, that was the meaning I chose for my life. Kiria cultivated his revenge like a flower. He was committed in any case. Thank you for saving my life. Love and hatred when someone died, but even if it's only a conjecture, the meaning we and yet at the
Water.